I literally just asked Jerome Bettis. 2006, he won the Super Bowl. He said, I think it was 2005. 2006.
It was right. It was 2005 season, 2006 Super Bowl. So sometimes it gets a little screwy there.
I bet. You know, there isn't one thing that's screwy about you, is that you are one of the most in-demand corporate spokespeople. What is it about your message that gets Fortune 500 companies to say, I've got to get Jerome Bettis?
Well, it's about a truth and understanding what the message is and being part of that message. So for me, it's choosing the companies that I work with very closely because it has to represent a part of who I am, what I do, and be something that I believe in. Because when you speak to it, if you don't believe in it, then everyone will see that it's not genuine. And so that's always been my philosophy, be involved in the messaging from a personal standpoint.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here we are at Super Bowl 51. What feels different about this one?
That's a good question. What feels different? You know what? We came to Houston before. This is not the first Super Bowl in Houston, and it feels different now. I think the city has adjusted and learned how to host a Super Bowl, and is much different. Everything is a lot smoother. The first time around, there was a lot of hiccups in terms of just the normal functionality of the Super Bowl. Having gone to so many, you kind of understand when it's run well and when it's not. In Houston, I think is really figured out how to handle the Super Bowl crowd and the facilities and of that nature. So it's been a huge success so far.
Well, these two teams have been huge successes when you look at it from a business standpoint of how they're run to a winning standpoint. Who's going to win, though, when you have two champion teams?
You know what? Usually experience is a trump card when you look at experience. And I think you have to go with the Patriots. But I am going for the underdog. I live in Atlanta, so I'm rooting for the home team, so to speak, for me, and I would have to go with the Falcons. Not that they're the better football team, but I do believe they have some areas where they are the better football team. And let's just hope Matt Ryan plays a great game. If he does, they've got a great chance to win the game.
You are known as one of the top, most in-demand corporate spokespeople for Fortune 500 companies, and you're actually putting together a very important relationship with Stryker. And this is Dr. Adam Friedhand. And Dr., when you talk about the problems that a guy like the Bus, who took so many hits, not just from me, but from so many years of playing football, the arthritis issue, why is he the perfect person?
Well, it's remarkable, actually. If you look at somebody who's had a 13-year career in the NFL, when you compare that to the average career and how much trauma these guys put themselves through year in, year out, not just on the field, but in all the training and the practice, it's a tremendous amount of stress on their joints. And so really, if you look at what that does, a lot of the folks that have been longstanding NFL players have joint problems, whether it's hip problems, knee problems, foot and ankle problems, shoulder problems.
Well, listen, our viewers have them, whether they played football.
Right, exactly.
Right?
And that's the whole idea with what Stryker wants to do is it's about education, right? And explaining to the normal person that you don't have to live in pain. So many people live in pain because they figure, well, there is no options. Well, we're here to tell you that there are options available, and you have to just develop a game plan, and then you talk to your physician and develop your action plan for your issues. And I think that's the important part.
Yeah, that's critically important. A lot of patients don't even go to their doctors. People walk around uncomfortable.
But aren't we at the point, doctor, where we should have, you're going to kill me for this, but a miracle cure? I mean, you've got a lot of money being poured into all kinds of organizations like that.
It's not for lack of trying, right? So there's tremendous amount of research surrounding arthritis and cartilage restoration and things like that. But we're not there yet. That holy grail of being able to take an arthritic joint and replace it biologically is not available yet. So we have what we have, which is metal and plastic parts and ceramic parts and things like that. But I think to keep patients comfortable with the conversation, you really engage them first on non-operative things. You talk to them about having a healthy lifestyle, losing weight, exercising, things like that.
Right. Now you're touching a nerve here with Jerome.
That's right, because I need to lose some weight.
Exactly.
That is the nerve that is being touched.
Imagine having that as your nickname, the bus.
Exactly.
The bus.
I need to work on losing some weight, so that is an option for me as well.
But as you look overall at your career, what do you think has been that one special bit of something that you've had that brought you so much success?
Well, just the work ethic that I've had. I've never been one of those guys that was comfortable with being mediocre. I always wanted to excel, and I was willing to work for it and work at it. So that's been my calling card, and it was never flashy, it was never sexy, but it was efficient, and so that's what I'm most proud of.
Well, you made some coin in your time. We're a business network. Did you ever invest in the stock market?
Well, I think you have a certain part of your portfolio you're going to have involved in that type of investment, but there's other things. So you want to be diversified as much as you can be. So yes, the stock market is an area that we definitely looked at.
Listen,
it's been on the run, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, well, the Steelers were on the longest run. They had the most incredible Super Bowl appearance numbers. The Patriots. Come on, the Patriots today versus the Super Bowl champions of Steelers and Terry Bradshaw going all the way back.
Well, I mean, it's
Just
hard to say different eras,
Just
but I
say
mean,
it.
obviously, I would, I'm going to root for my team, obviously.
Me too.
Well, but I will say this: the Patriots have been a tremendous franchise over the course of a lot of years, and so when you can have that type of success year after year, you have to be looked at as one of not only the best teams, but one of the best franchise and organizations of all time.
Thank you both.